everyone, just me. It is indeed Maria D, and today we're back with another added cooking, and today we're making pea and prawn and chorizo risotto. That is quite a mouthful. As you can see, I have just chopped up one onion and I have put it in the frying pan to sizzle away with about a tablespoon of oil. You can use any oil you like, but I have used rapeseed oil today. I am now top and tailing my garlic. This is not just any old garlic, folks. No, this is smoked garlic. You can use any old garlic you like. You can use it from a jar. You can use it from a plane. You can use it from a crane. You can use it from a bar. You can use it from a car. I have roughly chopped it. You can mince it. You can dice it. You can crush it. It's really up to you. I don't mind finding chunks of garlic in my food. It's better than finding it in my bed. So yeah, I'm happy for it to be there. Once I have chopped the garlic, I'm going to fry it with my onion, being very, very careful not to over brown it, because that will give it a Mexican flavor, which would be great if we were making Mexican food. But risotto, last time I checked, was not Mexican, it was Italian. So we're going to try and stick to that kind of genre today. Keeping it moving and on the go is a great idea. As you can see, my stove needs clean. Hey! I'm going to add a tablespoon of dairy-free butter because Joey is lactose intolerant. And what this will do is just create a lovely, lovely buttery biscuit base for the risotto rice to go into. Today's risotto rice is brought to you by the letter R and the supermarket Sainsbury's. I have used 500 grams of risotto rice. I am going to stir it in with my garlic and my onion, and I'm going to leave it until it gets to be quite translucent. You will start to see that the middle stays white but the ends become clear. When you have reached that point, you can add in white wine, or you can add in extra stock if you would prefer to not make it with wine. That is fine. I personally like risotto made with white wine, and I usually just choose whatever's on sale or get it cheap from somewhere like Home Bargains, because I don't drink white wine, so to buy a big bottle is just a waste. As the wine is absorbing into the risotto rice, we are going to make our stock. These are just little stock pots. You can use homemade stock, you can use chicken stock cubes, it's really up to you. I like these. I use 2 of them and I have added them into about a litre of water. I did have to add some more water later on, not more stock, just more water as I got towards the end, which is fine, but you can judge that. So at this point it was about a litre of water and 2 stock pots. I will add that the water was boiling water and I've just mixed it round until it is disintegrated into the water. We then add enough to kind of cover the risotto, but not loads and loads, and we just keep doing this essentially until our risotto rice has absorbed the liquid. So you put a little bit in and then you give it a stir and then you let that absorb. If you like a glass of wine, that's probably the time that you might enjoy the rest of the bottle, but for me, I don't really. You can see it bubbling away. I am now taking the skin off the chorizo. I don't know that you have to do this. I think that it helps from keeping the fat content down on a recipe, but I'm not 100% sure, but I do it because I've had recipes in the past tell me to. It's not a pretty sight, but somebody has to do it. Once that is done, we just roughly chop the chorizo into chunks. There could be any size chunks that your little heart desires. You can see I've used a Spanish chorizo from Tesco's Finest range this time. Then I toss it into the pan with everything else, add some more stock and give it a bit more of a stir round, waiting of course until it hits that absorption point once more, and it's time to throw a little bit more liquid its way. As it begins to look like it is getting fat and fluffy, it is time to add the prawns in. I use raw prawns because I like to cook them in the dish, because I like the dish to take on the flavour of the prawns. And then I add about a cupful of green peas as well. The little peas, the petite peas I use, and add in some more stock and give it a whirl around the pan with your wooden spoon, mixing them all in, breaking down the clumps of frozen peas, throwing in some more stock and letting it reach that absorption point once more. You will need to keep your eye on it as it gets towards the end and work out whether you need to add more liquid or less liquid to the rice, making sure it doesn't go gluggy by adding too much. And then all that's left to do is to plate it up and enjoy your dinner. Super easy, not terribly expensive, and yummo. I've been Maria and you've been awesome. Catch you on the